Welcome back to 100 Horror Films in 31 Days. A little bit of a change in venue here. I'm traveling Thursday and Friday, so and I don't want to get too far behind in these videos, so I wanted to try to cover what I watched yesterday, tonight. So I watched four films yesterday. One was Double X, which was the female directed anthology film 2017. It's four short stories, including a wraparound animated story, and you can see it on Netflix. I thought all the stories were serviceable. It seems that cannibalism is a popular theme right now. Raw, having watched, maybe it's just the timing with which I'm watching stuff. I watched Raw a few days ago, and now I got the anthology film XX, which also had cannibalism in it. Um, so I like cannibal films. I like the jungle cannibal films better, but I thought it was pretty good. I think the stories, interestingly enough, I think along the lines of Extraordinary Tales, the animated anthology story that I watched also on Netflix earlier in the month, I think XX, the stories are stronger at the beginning and then they get weaker as they go forward, which is also what I found with Extraordinary Tales. But I enjoyed it. It's a good one time watch. I don't think it's something that I would want to buy or rewatch, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Next up is Diary of the Dead, George Romero's return to low budget filmmaking, or at least that's what he tried to explain away what this film is. Um, this film is, of course, a shot on video effort that uh, I just don't like it. I mean, I'm not a big shot on video person. I find most of those just the shaky cam. I just don't find that a very good filmmaking technique. And I generally, I mean, I try to watch them and be objective about it, but I just haven't found many that I've thought were any good. I mean, and using a shaky cam in an effort to try to scare you, just I don't know, just it doesn't scare me. I just think it's bad filmmaking. But anyway, George Romero, this is his effort to go back to his roots and film a low budget zombie film back like, similar to what he did obviously with Night of the Living Dead, but under today's modern techniques. And that's why you get the shot on video or found footage style that you see here. Um, Now he says in the discussion on this film that that this was very difficult to do, and he had to really plan out in detail every single smallest detail on this film. I find that strange and hard to believe, but if he said it, I believe it. Um, I don't know what to say about this film other than it's a found footage zombie film, and it's not particularly good. I didn't like it. Um, yeah, I know George Romero did it, and of course I have a big appreciation for Romero. I'm wearing one of the shirts, Dawn of the Dead, but this just didn't cut the mustard for me at all. So I give it a 3 out of 10. Next up is a film that when I first saw it, I was, well, maybe indifferent is the best description. And now after watching it again, I love it. Now, it really resonated with me, and that is Parents. I love Randy Quaid. I mean, who doesn't love Randy Quaid and the uh, Christmas Vacation and uh, European Vacation, all that stuff? I mean, he's just hilarious. Um, he is a natural comic talent, and it's just because he's so strange. I mean, so in this film, he and his wife are basically cannibals, and unbeknownst to their son, they are forcing cannibal, I mean, basically human flesh at the dinner table, either through making a meatloaf or whatever. They're trying to disguise it somehow, put ketchup on it, and things like that. But basically, they're cannibals, and the kid finally picks up on it. It's just fun to watch the natural humor in that circumstance with Randy Quaid trying to raise his kid in the midst of this little secret that they have. It really tickled me. The first time I saw it, it's like, I don't know. It was kind of like Highway to Hell. It was a horror comedy that I just didn't think was funny. For some reason, it got me this second viewing, and maybe because this Vestron release is such a pristine release. I think it looks great, fantastic release. Um, but yeah, that's 1988's Parents, Randy Quaid. I think without Randy Quaid, you don't have a movie here. But with Randy Quaid, this is a horror comedy that I would recommend you check out. Now, finally, another horror comedy, and one done very, very well in my opinion, and that is 2002's Bubba Hotep, directed by Don Coscarelli. I love Bubba Hotep. I gotta upgrade to the Scream Factory Blu-ray. This is an old release of the film, MGM release, and it's got a bunch of special features. But from a picture quality standpoint, I gotta upgrade this because I love this movie. I think this is my favorite Bruce Campbell role. Is his portrayal of Elvis. He's just funny, and he doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to try to be funny. Unlike Highway to Hell, which was trying so damn hard to be funny. This movie, and I've seen this probably. This is my eighth time watching it. This thing had me in stitches. I mean, I very rarely laugh out loud. I mean, I might kind of chuckle internally if I think something's funny or there's a funny one-liner. I'll go, yeah, it's pretty cool. This thing, I actually busted out laughing. I mean, there's lines in here like when Bruce Campbell's trying to explain these bugs that are invading this nursing home. He says, "Yeah, man, they were bugs they were as big as your hand, big as a peanut butter and banana sandwich." Of course, anybody that knows Elvis knows that one of his favorite things was peanut butter and banana sandwiches. I don't know. Comedy and humor, it either works for you, it doesn't. It works for me. I thought the shit was hilarious. And I liked the blending in of the mummy invading the nursing home and then having Elvis and a black John F. Kennedy fight the mummy. Who thinks of shit like that? It was just, the setting is funny to begin with, and then Bruce Campbell and doesn't really have to do a whole lot other than deliver his lines well to be funny. I mean, the setting in itself is funny, but Bruce Campbell is fantastic in this. Highly recommend it. I give this a 9 out of 10. Yep, Bubba Hotep. So that'll do it. Two horror comedies and two thumbs up horror comedies. That'll wrap up day 11, and I'll see you back at my normal environs soon. Unfortunately, there will not be a Franco or a Fastbender Friday. The realities of life have intervened, and I'm out of town. I had to do some shit, and I'm just not gonna be able to do it. I think it's the first Friday I've missed since I even started doing those. So sorry about that. I will catch it up. We'll do it again next week. Thanks.